The regular meeting for April 23rd, 2024. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Our mission statement is Learning for Life. Our vision statement is Southgate Community Schools for Students. Best choice for students and parents. Brings us to item B, which is the approval of the agenda. I'll entertain a motion on the agenda.
Mr. President, we can make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Okay, I have a motion by Dr. Pomponio. Is there support? Support. Any discussion on the agenda? Any discussion on the agenda? Seeing none, we'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Agenda. Okay, we have an agenda. This item up is recognition of the heroic act of bus driver Christina Glenn.
Thank you. I'm coming down for this presentation. Such a special one. And we'll go ahead and have you stand here. Yes, heroism comes in many different forms. Sometimes it's standing up for someone. Sometimes it's taking the place of someone or doing something on behalf of someone. And sometimes it's just simply saving a life. Tonight, our Board of Education is honoring a local hero, Southgate alumni, Southgate resident, who is someone who went above and beyond for our students and saved the life of a North Point student. And I think many are aware now of what happened on Friday, April 12th. We had a situation happen where one of our 5-year-olds was not able to breathe. And it's a moment that for bus drivers would have been easy to miss, because when you think about what a bus driver does, they are busy taking care of kids on the road while monitoring to keep kids safe in the seats. And that's not an easy thing to do. And you really can't be watching both, or else you're doing one and you're not doing the other. So the chances of something coming up in a moment like that is high. And it's those drivers that take the extra care, that got off the bus with their student, didn't just see them off, stepped down with the student, was walking that student to her mother, and noticed how that the child was not breathing. And she stepped in and without a thought just immediately performed the Heimlich maneuver, and she had the courage to do it, she had the skill to do it, and for that reason, that precious girl is with us still. And it's the moment that we have that we want to say thank you. We're so grateful that you had that training. We're thankful for Dean Transportation. And I understand that Mr. Dean is here, thank you. How well trained you were to make that call. And we're grateful for all of our bus drivers that are here supporting you. It's the work of Dean Transportation that gave them the confidence to make the right decision at the right time. And we know how significant that is. So on this day, on Bus Driver Appreciation Day, as a matter of fact, we are going to combine our moments and thank you. We're giving you an honorary Titan Award, which is for heroic actions by Titans on behalf of Titans. We came up with that ourselves. But we want this for you, and we're going to, at this time, ask for a big round of applause for Christina. Like our principal from North Point to come on up.
Stand up. Nice job. Good evening. I apologize. I'm sure I'm out of order. Thank you, Superintendent. Thank you, Board. I'm Kelly Dean, proud owner of Dean Transportation, and I couldn't be any prouder of this moment. You know, we pride ourselves in our training. All of our staff here, these wonderful drivers and so on, they're all heroes. We provide 150 hours of preparatory training, and it's just hard needed for moments like this. First aid, CPR, AEDs, all of those, and it's all worth it tonight and this week. So, Skylar, this is a great moment. It's great to see you, Steve. Christine, thanks for being our hero. Tremendous Dean Transportation representative. We're so honored to provide service here at the Southgate Community Schools. And you're representing all of your fellow workers here that do this great job every day under the leadership of Tony Thomas. So, thank you.
It's going to be a tough one. All right, that's going to be a tough one to find. We have robotics state recognition. It's next up. So
We do, and it's my pleasure to recognize an extraordinary group of young men and women who have been working hard. They work hard year-round. They don't just spend time building their own bot. They help the middle school build their bots. They help the elementary students build their bots. And they do it all with so much grace and so much confidence and so much intelligence. I'm so excited to bring this crew up here to recognize our Anderson robotics team, 2620. Yep, I have it right here. State qualifier. They did an awesome job this year. I'm going to invite the team to come up and the coach also to come up and say a few words.
you have to have a couple rows, guys. I mean, let's. Whoever's taking the picture's gonna have to step way back.
Usually we pick the high school.
Nice job, guys.
I need one of your cool shirts.
In comparison, the rest of this meeting's just a little bit boring, so we'll take like a 5-minute break and.
We're going to have Mr. Biaso talk about the team just really fast. And I wrangled him in.
I guess I'm not a good speaker, so I'd like to thank Sharon, Ms. Irving, on helping and supporting the team, the board for supporting the team. We continue to get better and better every year. With the addition of the middle school and elementary, we're already seeing the feed happen, where we're seeing feed from the elementaries up to the middle school, from the middle school into the high school. So it's working good so far. It's early into the process, but we're looking in at a good turnover and getting the team even bigger than it is today. As she said, we made it to states, which is a feat in itself. At states, we did well the first day. We did great. We were in a real good position. And the second day, we bounced in and out and ended up not making worlds this year, but next year.
All right, so we'll go ahead. We'll take a 5-minute break before we get on with the rest of this. Anybody who wants to stick around, welcome to. Like seeing the room full. We'll take a 5-minute break before we go on with the rest. Thank you. I appreciate it. which is first read of the policy package 24-2.
It's a riveting first read.
All right.
All right. The first item that we'd like to discuss is policy number 7007. Currently, we have language that defines what kinds of purchases need to come before the board. In some cases, we run across situations where unforeseen circumstances kind of jump up, and we'll have an item approved for a certain amount, and we might find that between the time that we approved it and the time that we received it, costs may have gone up. That did happen recently. So we'd like to build into our policy a contingency zone of about 10% before we come back or feel responsible to come back to you. The expectation is that if we did exercise that, we would give you notice so that you were able to monitor kind of and track how often that may be happening. And that might be a moment for us to reconsider our process if it's something that continues to come up. We don't expect it to come up very often, and it hasn't come up very often because most of our projects come already with a contingency built in for those types of situations. But in the case we're dealing with the purchasing of an item, sometimes those don't come with contingency amounts. So that is the first recommendation for change on policy. The second recommendation has to do with a practice that's currently at Davidson Middle School. Currently, in an effort to make sure that no student is so far behind in grades that they aren't able to recover. We always want to give kids a sense of the ability to achieve if they put their mind to it, regardless of when they put their mind to it in the semester. Sometimes kids will need a little prompting before that kicks into gear. And currently, assignments and assessments at DMS do receive a minimum score of 50%, and that helps balance that calculation when it comes to final averages. After some consideration, the team has requested, at DMS has requested that we limit the grades that's used for 6th and 7th grade only, and that it only applies to completed assignments that have been submitted. So that is coming before you. The final is a science graduation requirement change. So at the current time, our science graduation requirement for Anderson High School is biology and a science elective. We'd like to raise the rigor of that, and our science graduation requirement proposal is that beginning with the class of 2028, that we will require biology, chemistry, and physics or anatomy from all of our graduates. And that does align with districts around us in terms of requirements. So we believe that it reinforces our focus on raising rigor and expectation for students. So those are before you as a first read. We're not asking you to take any action on this today, but this will come back for you for approval, potential approval, the next board meeting. So if there's any questions.
Any questions for staff?
Adding chemistry, we're going to probably, if everyone's required to take it, we'll probably have to add a lot more steps.
Yes.
So obviously staff, we're going to have to be hiring chemistry and another probably anatomy teacher as well.
We definitely have to equip our staffing to meet that. For instance, next year, most of our staff will be teaching biology because they will be teaching all of the 9th grade as well as all the 10th grade classes in biology. So all of our staff at this time that have that bio cert, so we're able to cover that. The next year it'll be pretty heavily chemistry. We also have the chemistry certs to meet that when it comes time. So we do expect that science will now take a larger portion of a child's schedule during his high school years or her high school years. And we think that's a good thing.
Any other questions? All right. It's presentations. Next is citizens' comments. Any member of the public may address the board for up to 3 minutes. If you fill out a form, that's fine. If you're not, you can just let us know. Does anybody want to speak tonight? Go ahead and close public comment brings us to G, which is the consent agenda, which consists of minutes from April 9th, 2024 regular meeting, and HR update. I'll entertain a motion on the consent agenda.
President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Okay, a motion by Dr. Pomponio, is there support? Support, Mr. Sage. Support by Mr. Sage. Any discussion? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Passed. Motion passed. We have no action items, which brings us to the last item on the agenda, and some considered the most important.
Everybody stares at me. Everybody stares at me on this one. What if I want to stay here? What if I want to stay here with you guys all night?
Stared at everybody.
Mr. President, I make a motion to adjourn. I make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Green to adjourn. Is there support?
Yes. See, everybody else wants to stay here too.
Mr. Lamas, any discussion? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you. We are adjourned. Thank you.
That'd still be kind of a factor.